Hello everybody, hope you guys are all having a good one, and for today's video we're going to talk about my pre-production process as a cinematographer. And as a cinematographer, your pre-production process takes a long time and takes careful practice and preparation to make your film just look as good as possible and to make everything go smoothly and flow as freely once you start actual production and start filming. So your pre-production process is very important. So let's get started on my pre-production process as a DP. So as a DP, you're going to be working very closely with the director. So that initial meeting is very important with the director. And we're going to be talking about my pre-production process for this short film with my friend Isaac, and it's his first time directing, so I really wanted to help him and just make this film as best as possible for him and just help everything go as smoothly as possible. So our initial meeting was to just really discuss and really plan out what we wanted his film to look like, and and we just wanted to discuss what the plot was about, and what visual direction we could take the film in, and what visual language and what the film was going to look like to be able to show his message and show his film in the best way possible. After that initial meeting and just getting all of his thoughts and getting all of his feelings and what he wanted his film to look like, I started right away and got myself right into Shot Deck, got myself into like a bunch of websites and a bunch of stills, and just started looking at things that could maybe go with his project and what I saw that would fit with his plot and his narrative. So I just sat for about an hour or two at a time, a couple days of the week, just to really get some ideas and just throw it into a bunch of mood boards, into a bunch of decks on Shot Deck, just to be able to figure out what this film was going to look like, and just get a bunch of ideas of what we wanted to go forward with. And after taking my time and just really getting a feel and some ideas, and just getting my head and my mind just sparking with ideas, and I brought it to him, and and I didn't want to make it too overwhelming for him, since it was just literally first time directing like an actual short film. I wanted to give him a couple of sets of ideas already that we could maybe possibly go with, and that we were able to do, as we were working with such a low budget that I wanted it to still look good, but I wanted it to be able to be doable, with the budget that we were allotted and the things that we had. So I gave him, I think, about 4 to 5, possible looks that his film could have went with. And so yeah, after, he took like a week to think about it and really go through it and, set his mind to it, we finally settled on one. The look that we settled on, it was a sort of digital vintage, digital film, look to it. It had the clean aspects, because we were still shooting digital, but we wanted to be able to get that some filmic looks without it being too much like 35 mil or anything like that. But we still want it to be clean, and he was having like a rough, he was having he was stuck between two of them, which was one look was very really bad, like 2000 style, like really the very 35 mil, and the other one was more of that modern, like clean look with a hint of film in it. So and we finally just we finally settled on one look, and we decided, when we planned, and after he decided on that one look, I started planning out what I could do and be able to achieve that look. So once I get the look, and get all the looks and all the I get into mood boarding, and I mood board each scene and each location, just so I know the specific vibe and specific what each scene is gonna look like. And I want to make sure I get into detail, and I want to explain what I want to envision and what I want to get out of every scene. I like, and I'm a very visual person, so I like to see the concepts and the types of lighting situations that we're going to be in. And so these mood boards aren't really to be able to copy the image, copy the frame, but it's a sort of inspiration, to sort to the idea that you're going to go out of. Like the final image probably doesn't even look like it, but that's the kind of vibe and kind of tone that we want to go with for for the film, for the scenes that we're going with. But and I want to be able to capture that with your mood boarding. And once we got the look, and he sent me the locations, and I did some location scouting, and after the location scouting and just making sure that I knew what the spaces that I was going to be going into, I wanted to really prepare myself and just make sure the day goes by smoothly, and just really plan everything out. And once your location scout, you know where you're going to be and what you're going to be shooting. I make some lighting diagrams. And with these lighting diagrams, I don't really go into too much detail, into too much depth with it. Some gaffers, some gaffers, I have can go into a lot of depth with their lighting diagrams. But I like to keep mine as simple as possible, and I want to still be able to, like show what I want to do and be able to do. But I like to keep it very simple, just so we don't have to have the most intricate of lighting setups, But yeah. So I like to keep my lighting diagrams very simple, and since we were such on a low budget, I didn't have much fixtures to really work with. I had 2 lights, and we're mostly shooting at night, but I still need to recreate some day scenes within the interiors. But so I kept my footprint very minimal on the set, and with the lighting diagrams, I knew what I was working with, but I still wanted to be prepared. And once I get my line diagrams and everything, so I know what I'm going to be heading into, I reciprocate what I have, and then after, so I just know what I need to do once that day of production comes and that day of filming comes. Especially knowing that I didn't have such a big crew, I wanted to keep these lighting setups very simple, so we could keep it very fast, very very lean, and we could get through the days very fast. And we already shot about one day of the project, of the shoot. I could probably put up a still of one of the I could probably put up a still of one of the frames that I got from it. Turned out pretty good. We kept the day very fast, and I think making sure you have a good lighting diagrams beforehand, so you know what you're gonna get and what you want to do before. Will just set you up for a very smooth day. So after I finish mood boarding and doing some lighting diagrams, I usually go into my shot list. And some directors love shot listing, but for this project, we didn't really shot list. But for a lot of other directors, they want to be able to shot list, and so we know what to do throughout the day. But we want to be very flexible throughout this day, so we didn't really do a shot list, and I just aimed to be able to get full coverage on the day of. And I thought it went good, So, and shot listing does take a while sometimes, and we wanted to be able to get this project done fast. So we didn't really shot list, so we get through pre-production a little bit faster. But we knew what we needed to cover the day of shoot, and that just comes with practice and with time. But yeah, and that's about it. And as a DP, your pre-production process is so crucial to the actual production itself, as they depend on you and your crew depends on you to know what you're getting into in the situations, so you're able to set up fast for the scene and get your setups as fast as possible, so it's not in the way of the actors, in the way of the director, so they're able to do the scene as best as possible, and the lighting and everything and the setups will just help them and just showcase their talent and their ability even better. And yeah, hope you guys liked the video. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Have a good one.